A subscriber challenged me to mix vocals in Logic Pro using only 5 stock plugins.
I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues. I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues.
So today, I'm taking the hook from my song Badge of Truth and I'm rebuilding the vocal chain from scratch. So our first step is to clean up the pitch just before any compression or EQ hits it. I'm going to load up pitch correction. Now first step, you want to select the key. So I know the song is in C minor. A root note of C. We're going to select the natural minor scale. Now we're going to play our vocal and we're going to tweak the response and the tolerance. The response is basically how much autotune you want on your vocal. Tolerance is almost like a flex tune. It kind of just takes a little bit off of the extreme part of the autotune to make it sound more natural. And you can kind of play around with both of the settings to get a feel for how natural or how tuned you want your vocal to be. So let's play the vocal.
I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues. It's the end of the view, the badge of truth. I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues. It's the end of the view, the badge of truth.
So let's see before autotune.
I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues.
So after.
I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues.
Next step, we're going to do some EQ. Load up an EQ. The reason we're going to EQ before the compressor is because we want a cleaned up signal before it hits the compressor, because the compressor is going to smooth out the vocal, the levels, and why would we not want to have a cleaner vocal to work with from the start? So first up, we're going to use a high pass filter to clean up the low rumble that we don't want.
I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues. It's the end of the view, the badge of truth. I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues. It's the end of the view, badge of truth.
We're just cleaning up the low end rumble that we don't need. Next step, we're going to clean up some of the mud of the vocal. So I'm going to engage another band and I'm going to sweep around the 200 to 500 range and check for where that mud is in the vocal and reduce some of that to make the vocal sound clearer.
I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues. It's the end of the view, the badge of truth. I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues. It's the end of the view, the badge of truth. I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues. It's the end of the view, the badge of truth. I'm very gagoo.
You don't want a crazy cut here. You just want anywhere from -1 to -4 max when you're cutting the mud out. If you take too much out, the vocal will lose a lot of body. It's all about finding that balance.
I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues. I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues.
Next, what we're going to do is a boost in the 2 to 5K range to boost the presence of the vocal and to help it cut through the mix. So we're just going to add a bit of presence just like this.
I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues. I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues. I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues.
Yeah, so this difference is very subtle, but at the same time, you can notice it if you really listen. The vocal will sound more in your face and ultimately present in your mix. Like with anything in life, moderation is key. Next, I'm going to boost some of the high end of the vocal just to give it a little bit more shine and help it cut through the mix as well. So I'm going to go down to this high shelf, do around 10K. We're going to boost it up.
I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues. It's the end of the view, the badge of truth. I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues. I'm very gagoo, still paid my dues.
Basically, you can start to hear a little bit of a sparkle. That's that high-end clarity that we want. Next, we're going to add a compressor on here. Now, for most vocals, I like to use the FET simply because it's an emulation of the 1176, which is used on a ton of vocals. First step, turn off auto gain. Next, we want a 4:1 ratio. We don't need auto release. Now we want a 10 to 15 attack time because we want to let the initial consonants pass through before the compressor clamps down, just to create a more natural sound at first. Now we want our release to be around 50 to 100, just so it's quick enough to bring up the tail ends of the vocal. Next, we're going to turn the threshold until we get 3 to 6 dBs of gain reduction on the loudest parts.
I'm very gagu, still paid my dues. It's the end of the view, the badger of truth. I'm very gagu, still paid my dues. It's the end of the view.
Perfect. Now we just got to compensate for what we reduced with the makeup gain.
I'm very gagu, still paid my dues. I'm very gagu, still paid my dues. I'm very gagu, I'm very gagu, still paid my dues.
Perfect. Next step, we're going to use a De-esser. Now the goal with the De-esser is to control the sibilance that the compressor and the EQ just push forward. So first we want to keep this mode in relative, and we want to keep this range in split because we're only trying to target the S and T's. The wide will affect the entire vocal, which we don't want. So first we're going to turn this filter on. This filter is going to isolate the frequency that we're searching for. I'm soloing the vocal just so I can hear the frequency that I'm searching for very precisely. Most of the sibilance of vocals lives in the 4 to 7K range.
I'm very gagu, still paid my dues. It's the end of the view. I'm very gagu, still paid my.
You can hear this right there. Now next we want to set the max reduction. A good starting point is around 4 because we want this reduction to be very subtle. We don't want to just kill the life of the vocal. Next we're going to put this at 0. Now I'm going to play the vocal and we just want around 4 max reduction of the S and the T sounds on the vocal. So we're going to listen for that.
I'm very gagu, still paid my dues. It's the end of the view, the badger of truth.
And if you feel like you need to take a little bit more out, like it's still too much, you can increase this. I don't like to do more than 6. And if you do too much, it can almost make it sound like the person that's singing has a lisp, which is not my goal, but if that's what you want, you can do that too.
I'm very gagu, still paid my dues. It's the end of the view. I'm very gagu, still paid my dues. I'm very gagu, still paid my dues. It's the end.
Now you can see on the S and T's, the reduction is going down. And when there's no S and T's, it's not moving at all, which is exactly what we want. We just want the S and the T's to be affected. Now lastly, let's load up Space Designer. Now the goal of the Space Designer is to create space and width without drowning the vocal out. First, I'm going to load up a vocal plate. I like to use a vocal plate because it adds excitement to the vocal without creating a bunch of mud in the low end. So first things first, you want to make sure this dry signal is at 100% because we don't want to lose the life of our original vocal since this is on our chain rather than being on an aux. Next, we're going to play with the wet knob and we're going to dial in the amount of reverb that we want.
I'm very gagu, still paid my dues. It's the end of the view, the badger of truth. I'm very gagu, still paid.
And make sure to dial down the length to like 1 to 2 so it doesn't clutter the mix.
I'm very gagu, still paid my dues. It's the end of the view, the badger of truth. I'm very gagu, still paid my dues. I'm very gagu, still paid my dues. It's the end of the view, the badger of truth.
And that's the result using only 5 stock plugins in Logic Pro. If you want to hear the full song, Badge of Truth is linked below. And if you're trying to improve your mixes, grab my free vocal EQ cheat sheet right down in the description.